And our lead story this morning, well, a grand welcome for the Spanish president in Gujarat's Vadodara. And the big focus is this facility. This is India's first military aircraft facility. Of course, India is moving towards defense manufacturing. That is something that has been a key focus area of Prime Minister Modi's diplomacy. In fact, these are pictures of the Prime Minister with his Spanish counterpart in Vadodara. This is a Tata Airbus facility. In fact, the Prime Minister remembered Ratan Tata as well in that address. And he says that this is, well, a new chapter in Indo-Spain bilateral relations. Of course, there are key bilateral talks lined up as well. But this facility is critical given the fact that this is India's first private facility to manufacture military aircraft. And this is a specific kind of military aircraft that will be manufactured in this particular facility. In fact, let me go across to my colleague Aishwarya Jain joining us live. So Aishwarya, what are some of the key features of this facility? It is historic given the fact that it is India's first private military aircraft facility. Take us to more details as to what this entails, how many jobs it will create, and what does it mean for defense manufacturing at large?
Well, remember in October 2022, it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If our producers can just check the echo as well. As I was mentioning, it was Prime Minister Narendra Modi who laid foundation stone at Vadodara's first line in October 2022. And it was at that point of time when Prime Minister's brainchild that India should have its own manufacturing unit as far as the aerospace is concerned, the defense sector as well. And it was today when India took a giant leap as far as the manufacturing of the Indian aircraft for defense sector and inaugurating the Tata's aerospace defense campus along with the Spanish Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and stated that this is just a beginning. We shall move forward to export these aircraft who will be completely indigenous, completely made in India under that program. And initially we have been told that the manufacturing of C-295 aircraft at Tata Advanced Systems campus, a total of 56 aircrafts are there under the C-295 aircraft, and there would be at least 16 which are being delivered directly by the Airbus from Spain, and remaining 40 are made in India, and that will be very soon. Apart from it, the Tata Advanced Systems Limited have the responsibility of making these 40 aircraft in India, and this is the facility which is the first of its kind, private sector final assembly line, which is in Vadodara. Soon after this, we will also see Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with his Spanish counterpart to hold a mega roadshow, and soon after that, he will be visiting the Grand Lakshmi Vilas Palace along with the Spanish Prime Minister. There are many things in line as far as itinerary of Prime Minister Narendra Modi today in Gujarat is concerned. He will be going to Amreli, will be inaugurating various projects dedicating to the nation related to the water irrigation, the dams project, national highways, and also the projects related to the tourism sector amounting to more than 7,000 crore rupees. But this facility is very important. It's first of its kind, made in India aircraft facility to manufacture. 40 aircraft will be manufactured in India, 16 will be delivered from Airbus in Spain. And as Prime Minister remembered Ratan Tata as well, he said that if Ratan Tata would have been alive, he would be very proud of this movement. And it is the Tata facility which will manufacture the completely made in India aerospace plants in India, and the further growth will see the exports of these planes which will be completely made in India as well.
Absolutely. So a big push as far as India's defense manufacturing bid is concerned, particularly in the private sector aerospace space. That is something that the Prime Minister has emphasized time and again. Aishwarya, thanks very much for joining us with the latest there, as Aishwarya is reporting multiple things on the itinerary. But as far as this particular Tata Airbus facility is concerned, remember, it's crucial in more ways than one. Of course, it's India's first private military aircraft facility, and at the same time, in the first venture, 16 Airbus aircraft aircraft in flyaway condition will be delivered to India. So that's how fast-paced defense manufacturing we are looking at. Before I bring in my guest for some perspective, let's quickly listen in to what Prime Minister Modi and his Spanish counterpart had to say.
आज से हम भारत और स्पेन की पार्टनरशिप को नई दिशा दे रहे हैं। हम C295 ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट के प्रोडक्शन की फैक्ट्री का शुभारंभ कर रहे हैं। ये फैक्ट्री भारत स्पेन संबंधों को मजबूती देने के साथ ही मेक इन इंडिया, मेक फॉर द वर्ल्ड इस मिशन को भी सशक्त करने वाली है और टाटा की पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
Today, we are not only officially inaugurating a cutting-edge industrial facility, today we're also witnessing how an extraordinary project between two emblematic companies becomes a reality. Prime Minister Modi, this is also the triumph of your vision to turn India into an industrial powerhouse and a magnet for investment and business-to-business collaboration. This partnership between Airbus and Tata will contribute to the progress of the Indian aerospace industry and will open new doors for the arrival of other European companies.
All right, so these are pictures from the aircraft facility. In fact, this is a Tata Airbus joint venture, and this is a clear example of public-private partnership, something that the Prime Minister has emphasized a great deal, particularly in defense manufacturing. Let me bring in Group Captain Shripad Tokekar, who's now joining us live. Thanks very much, Captain Shripad, for being with us. Defense manufacturing, well, India has gone leaps and bounds in terms of defense manufacturing. Earlier, of course, our focus was primarily on export and imports, but in his third term, the Prime Minister has emphasized that we now need to shift the focus from just export and imports to defense manufacturing. How important is this, given the fact that this is India's first private military aircraft venture, and how important is public-private partnership when it comes to defense manufacturing?
Thank you. The question of having defense manufacturing on private sector in India is of utmost importance because it gives us a lot of leverage when you consider the geopolitical position of India in the world map. We have major manufacturers in Europe and America and the major consumers all across Middle East, Central Asia, Southeast Asia. India is at such a pivotal position that all industries want a foothold in this area to provide service to the Southeast Asia and further eastwards towards maybe Japan and Australia. So we are at such a position that a plant coming up, a manufacturing final assembly line, MRO plant coming up in India gives us and the whole aircraft manufacturing industry, both in India and abroad, a big fillip.
Sure.
In India, this is the first venture where we have private partnership in aircraft manufacturing, which hitherto was limited only to the government companies. The private partnership in this gives some tangible advantages, few of which I can mention as it avoids all our engineers and software developers and other people who were involved in the aircraft manufacturing industry and till now going abroad and working. They get to stay in India.
Sure.
We have a firm industry base which promotes our own aircraft manufacturing industry in the future, and it gives a lot of I should say mileage to our MSMEs, like the Prime Minister
I think that's an important
said.
point you're making, Captain Shripad, given the fact that there has to be significant amount of innovation and defense manufacturing also in terms of defense research. I think that's what the tangible advantages of such a partnership is. How important is that in terms of pushing the envelope in defense manufacturing? Because we need innovation, we need more research, which is why, collaborations like this are very important. We have seen India collaborate with countries like France in the past a great deal. Of course, India-US defense partnership is much talked about. But collaborating with defense powers across the world for innovation, how important is that?
See, I don't think we lack in innovation. India has been an innovative nation, and for the past, I would say about 6-7 decades, we have been innovating newer and newer things, most of which were not probably even imagined or I should say thought of in other countries. So there's no dearth of innovation. The only thing is our innovation were being used and utilized by others so far. We used to innovate for lack of proper I should say progress on the innovation. We had to, our people had to perforce go out and work. Now with this final assembly line and the defense production coming to India, all our innovations would find the end in India or the end point in India. So it gives us a major, I should say, advantage on the world aircraft manufacturing map, both for the defense and for the civil. We have the Airbus setting up its MRO for the final assembly line and MRO for the Suite C295 in Vadodara. And soon after this, I expect that other industries, aircraft manufacturers would also consider India as a major place to set up their MRO and overall facilities. So that will give our aircraft manufacturing industry a big advantage on the world aircraft manufacturing industry map.
I think that's an important point you're making, because we have seen the kind of investment that India has been able to draw in the defense sector, particularly in the past 3 to 4 years, I would say. But you know, producing this aircraft in India, what does that mean in terms of our defense capabilities? As you said at the very outset, that this would perhaps give a fillip to our defense capabilities, but producing those 40 aircraft in India, what does that mean? Also in the larger context of Make in India in the defense sector.
Okay, producing these 40 aircraft after the initial 16 in India,
yes,
firstly would showcase our manufacturing prowess and ability to the entire world. So this would gave a significant edge to the Indian aircraft manufacturing industry in terms of attracting more, I should say, world people who are interested in or in purchasing. They would consider India as a major aircraft manufacturer. So that is one. The second is, after this, it just opens the doors for further aircraft manufacturers to invest in India, to get the workforce of India to work for them and manufacture further.
All right.
It adds to our aircraft manufacturing industry, that is the indigenous ones also.
Yes, and also showcasing our defense capabilities. I think that's extremely important as well, and there's no dearth of innovation. As you said, Group Captain Shripath Tokekar, thanks very much for joining us with the latest there with that perspective. Given the fact that this is a major boost to India's private sector defense capabilities.